Today is July 18th, 2021. It's been a while since I gave you guys an update on our grape arbor. So I thought I'd come out here, do a little brief update, see where we're at. Earlier in the year, I think maybe around March, is when I first did kind of a general pruning. And as you can see, it's gonna need some probably in the next 2 weeks. You can see here it's overgrown, and in the back over here too, need to prune that heavily so that some of the air and light will penetrate inside. Alright, so let's go inside so you can take a look at what's going on. I have to bend down here a little bit. Okay. So that's how that's looking. Probably, like I said, by next week I'm gonna maybe pull some of those leaves and get some of that sunlight penetrating inside here. Sides are okay, as you can see there, and there's the base. As you can see, we have a lot of grapevines that are growing there on that side and on this side. Every grape grower will tell you that this is the wrong way to do it. Typically you want to plant them about 6 feet apart, and the way I have them, they're probably about maybe 18 inches. But you can see the stem on this one. This is huge. It's one of the originals, one that I've had here. I planted some so we have that, then we'll have here. All right, so let's start here just so we know where we're at. This first one over here, kind of lost track. Not sure exactly what this is. I couldn't find my records, but I think it's Concord. Not too crazy about it. It's smaller ones, and it's not as sweet. It's more, I think, a red one type. But it's original, planted back in 2010. Then the second one over here, I gotta get rid of that, cut that off. That one over there is that one is a Chamberson, I believe, planted in 2009. It's a red color. And it's from Tennessee, and it's fairly sweet. This one, planted back in. You can see it's fairly young. It's an m.foch. You can see the m.foch are smaller ones like these, more for red wine. Not too crazy about it, so. Because I also have that, I'll show you later on, in another area where I have abundance growing, so I might get rid of that actually and remove it from here, and that gives me an opportunity to plant another one there. Now I could go in and on, but from here I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From these two areas, I think I have like maybe, I don't know, over a dozen different variety of grapes. And as you can see, these larger ones like these are the ones that I planted originally, and some of these I tagged. For example, this one right here, it's a smaller one, but it's the original one. I can remember. This is Niagara. This is that green grapes that I have here. It's very sweet. It's one of my favorite ones. You can see some of the larger ones. Look how big these have gotten. So if I remember tagging them, I'll tag them. But then towards the season, I prune these so that, like I said, doesn't get too abundant, and so that I'll have some circulation in here. Because the vines are all intertwined, I never know what I'm pruning. Like to keep the Niagara, Swenson Reds, and even the Vanessa Red grapes. However, you'll never know. So once you start trimming and pruning, you'll find out at the end of the season what you're left with. But it looks really nice here in the evening, in the fall. Usually put a table in the center here and drink a glass or a bottle of wine. It's very nice. This side is leaning a little bit, as you can tell. It's leaning towards there, and I'll have to fix that. And I'm still in the process of maybe redoing the grape arbor larger in the yard. It is really nice. Create some shades, maybe taller too, like a taller pergola of some sort. Putting a permanent table in the center. This is what it's doing. Then because I have so much abundance of grapes here, you can see in some of these things, some are smaller than others. And this is a good opportunity to pinch these and eliminate some, so that the other ones will become bigger and tastier. So this is just kind of like pruning down the fruits a little bit. You can see these small ones right here, so good time to good opportunity to thin the fruits down. And we'll throw it over there for the bunnies. You can see here, I never know what's what. I think these darker ones are gonna be Concords. The smaller ones are probably like m.foch. So they're looking good. And I have some of these fake snakes here sometimes. Just kind of move them around a little bit, a deterrent to other animals and birds. But most of the time I forget they're here, and it startles me more than the birds, I think. Now to propagate these are fairly easy. I usually find like a good cane like these, and just cut them off, and I just stick them in the ground and dirt, and they generally grow pretty easy. I don't need growth hormones and any of that stuff. But I usually do that like around April, May, when it's just about to sprout, and they're very vigorous at that time, so it gives it a little bit of a kickstarter. I don't know if you guys can hear, but non-stop plane going around. We're by the airport, and it's a busy travel time right now. Like I had mentioned, don't follow that format if you can. It should be 6 feet apart. However, I Had this arbor now for since 2009, and every year we do harvest about, I don't know, 10 bucket full of grapes. And again, every year it's different. You never know what you're gonna get depending on what vines I trimmed more. So I've kind of neglected it this year, but generally I think it's okay. Other than that, the arbor is leaning towards the fence line there. I have to straighten that out. I think I'm gonna do that next year. I have to figure out what I want to do. It looks very nice up there. It's kind of webbing. I hope I get more Niagaras this year. Let's look at it from the outside. See how it goes. Like I said, it's kind of low, so let's kind of lean this way. And as you can see that it's leaning a lot there. But it's definitely top heavy. So I have to trim some of these. Some of these growth, I can cut those up. I really don't need them. You can see here, some of them are going neighbor's fence, but that's what it looks like here. Definitely have to trim these. Look at this one. This one's really low to the ground. I'm pretty sure the rabbit's gonna have that. Hello, yellow snake. Have you been doing your part of scaring birds and other critters away? Probably not, because I see a bird's nest right there. Alrighty, that's how it's looking like today.